Have you ever pondered why some men choose to live alone? No partner, no wife, no trace of seeking one. The answer isn't loneliness, inadequacy, or a heart scarred by past betrayals. It lies in a truth far more profound, one that dismantles the rigid scaffolding of what society deems a man should be. When a man embraces solitude, he isn't retreating in defeat, he's embarking on a pilgrimage to his core. This journey unfolds without applause or companions, cloaked in silence, resilience, and a freedom that defies the world's narrow prescriptions. He's not isolated, he's deliberate. Not broken, he's weary of pouring himself into connections that leave him hollow. There's something seismic about a man who finds wholeness without a partner, something that fractures the myth of masculine conquest and exposes a raw reality. Many struggle to engage with a man who needs neither savior nor completer, and most men are still awakening to the power mirrored in that solitary reflection. Carl Jung taught us of the shadow, the hidden fragments of our psyche that fester until faced. Men who live alone often embody the collective shadow of masculinity, the autonomy society suppresses, the depth it dreads. They don't clamour for love, they cultivate inner equilibrium. They withdraw not to hide, but to preserve their essence, less enchanted by fleeting romances, more devoted to personal peace. This unsettles, for while the world exalts coupling as proof of worth, these men unearth the potency of standing alone. The man without a woman isn't adrift, he's navigating uncharted depths. In his realm, nothing is begged, it's chosen. External validation fades, self-presence endures. That's why he invites scrutiny, labelled commitment shy or self-absorbed. Yet beneath his quiet lies a fullness that transcends, that redefines manhood. He seeks bonds that amplify, not diminish. Until such a connection emerges, he stands resolute, integrated, sovereign. Perhaps you dismiss this as avoidance or ego, but pause deep within, a whisper stirs, persistent even as you turn away. What if solitude isn't exile, but the gateway to authentic power? The silence enveloping him isn't void, it's a sanctuary. Misread as aloof or emasculated, his boundaries shield his soul. Jung noted we project unexamined inner chaos onto others. Society mistakes his aloneness for lack when it's a crucible for rebirth. While others chase fulfillment through unions, he plunges inward, confronting the unconscious. Mandates to be stoic providers, buried vulnerabilities, dependencies masked as strength. His solitude springs from healed wounds, not fresh cuts. He hasn't forsaken love, he's rejected its hollow imitations that erode his core. This man has known storms. He's loved until he vanished, borne burdens unasked, offered loyalty to those who gave indifference. Awakening dawned not in a moment, but through disillusionments that ceased wounding and began teaching. What seems detachment is maturity, a sovereignty that terrifies, demanding authenticity and depth. He craves not just company, but reciprocity. No longer swayed by promises, he seeks true presence. He seems elusive because he's whole, sparking awe in those seeking wholeness, fear in those living in fragments, waiting for another to mend them. He doesn't complete others, he yearns to overflow alongside one equally self-possessed. Until then, solitude is his vow to his spirit. He's not evading life, he's curating it. Isolation differs from chosen seclusion, yet society resists a man unbound by partnership, seeing it as failure in a culture idolizing pairs. Jung said, conformity stifles authenticity. This man lives by essence, not script. He hears, "You're too independent, lower your standards, no one's perfect." He responds with a knowing gaze, calm, unyielding. Laced with irony for what's deemed picky, is his hard-won truth, forged over years. He seeks not perfection, but a match in maturity, someone who's traversed similar inner depths. And honestly, such souls are rare. His existence provokes not through words, but being. Living proof that happiness needs no partner, he strips away illusions. Women accustomed to pursuers feel unsettled. Men trapped in performative roles feel exposed. Yet he confronts no one, he's simply island. His truth mirrors the chains others wear unknowingly. He moves unhurried, honoring his rhythm, defying a society's rush. He seeks depth amid superficiality, presence over performance, soulful bonds, while others chase fleeting thrills. His refusals are convictions, not tactics. His departures, self-preservation, not drama. Choosing solitude over emptiness isn't arrogance, it's clarity, earned through pain and surrender, marking his quiet revolution. He lives to unfold, not to please, and that disrupts the system. What truly disquiets isn't his aloneness, it's the peace he's forged within it. Jung taught that outward gazing breeds dreams, inward gazing awakens. This man has descended a grueling unravelling of masks, facing dependencies, rebuilding from shards. He no longer defines himself through others' eyes, he sees himself clearly. How often have you wondered if solitude signals failure or freedom? He's felt that, once deeming his state a flaw in a world glorifying couples, even unhappy ones. But he realized, better alone than erased in union. That epiphany sealed a pact never to settle for less than deserved. His path isn't straight. Doubts linger, longings echo, silences deepen. Yet strength grows with each conscious choice. True love liberates, adds without constricting. He evolves solo, not from pride, but integrity. Embodying Jung's individuation, shattering illusions, embracing shadow, emerging whole. He rejects halves, seeking shared awareness, a demand for accountability scarce in loves, rooted in lack or control. His steps resonate with insight, denials affirm self-respect, boundaries declare love's worth unbegged. He's transformed not the man who chased validation. Fracture freed him, per Jung's metaphor of a tree reaching heaven with roots in hell. He plunged into his story's depths, facing primal fears, patriarchal traumas, breaking cycles of dominance veiled as devotion. He learned his role isn't to heal or save others, nor to survive on scraps from fear of solitude. When he demanded more, society pushed back. But he stood tentative, then aware, now unshakable. Abyss known, he fears no void. He opens to truth, not performance, his discernment piercing facades, sensing depth's absence. His change is archetypal, tapping wisdom, men express, not conquer. Awakening a sovereign force, wild, intuitive, he's solitary, yet tied to destiny. Labels slide off, he expands beyond norms. He radiates presence, chooses actively, inverting control myths. Transcended, he knows unions follow self-sufficiency. His confidence whispers, fate shapes through inner facing. He doesn't fill voids or beg space invites, truly. Declines dignified, avoiding old wounds. He yearns for connection, touch, choice without self-loss. Seeks soul pacts, egalitarian growth. If daunting, so be it, better weight than crumbs. Self-love, unalloyed. A new archetype, diving depths, demanding respect. He hasn't quit, love he knows, it requires no self-betrayal. His presence shifts, room's weight of battles won in peace. Integrating opposites, he welcomes total love, shadow and light, strength and vulnerability. Too whole for halves, free for cages, he persists in misunderstanding, trading validation for truth. Society fears him unneedy, challenging structures, breaking pacts, valuing men in roles. He sparks revolution, inspiring others, endures, self-sufficient. Future love, celebration, overflow. When he chooses solitude, the world claims error. Yet, alignment hums wisdom from silence, individuation's wholeness. Truth pulses in gentle closures, nourishing withdrawals, serene smiles amid emptiness. Solitude, soul loyalty. His essence yields not, dims not, implores not, it island sufficient. Veils pierced, he seeks no acquisition, but preservation. Desire discerns, scarcity chooses, waiting paths, agony teaches, bonds free. Feel it stirring, spark, echo, enigma, a man's reflection or your own. It beckons transformation in love, self first. He symbolizes emancipation, unhurried rebuilding, carving unique paths, kindling awakenings. If stirred, share with men reclaiming strength. Like, comment, subscribe choicely. Soul resonance merits echoing.